Hi, this video will show you how to set up your home energy monitor software. And from the current screen you can click on this setup tab and you want to go to the setup screen. And on here, first thing you want to do is set up an IP address for the interface card that's connected to the printed circuit board in your load center. This is the board I'm talking about. It's a serial to Ethernet conversion card. So you want to hook it up like this, plug in your Ethernet cable so your computer can talk to it. And what we're going to do, we're going to assign an IP address to this card. And once we do that, we find out what it is, we'll enter it into the remote host IP address right here. So your PC software can talk with this little card here. How you set it up is that you download a file from the Abetronics website and you execute it. It comes up with this window right here, and what you want to do, you want to click on search, and that'll search for that card. Okay, after the search is complete, it'll list all the cards that you have, or the boards, and it'll list it right here. So what you want to do is set up automatic IP address assignment. And how you do that is you click on this DHCP option button, that's right here, and you want to click on settings. That sends new settings down to the board. Then you say search again, and it'll come back up here and it'll display the new IP address that it got automatically assigned. So that's the one you want to use. So you click on static because you don't want that to change anymore, and you click on settings. That sends it back down to the board and it sets it as the static IP address. And then once that is working, then you can enter that IP address in the remote host over here. So it'll know what the IP address of the little card is. And then you can save and exit the program, and you start it back up, and it should start communicating with that little card down there. And what you'll see is connected to serial server. 7 means it's successful, and if you have problems with it, you can reconnect. This is all the data that's coming in. You can see it goes from 0 to 1000. That's the buffer, so you can see that thing always communicating with the card. And also there is a little indication up here. Yellow and green means it's communicating. That's the update time. If it's ever red, that means it's stopped communicating. And what you'll probably have to do is click on the reconnect button. The remote port is always 5000 because that's what it is in the setup software over here. So then once we get this set up, then on your current screen you should be getting values coming in. Once we get this communicating, then we want to calibrate our voltage reading. And how you do that is you measure the voltage like 120 volts. And whatever that is, you type it in here and you say calibrate, and it will start to display the correct voltage. Anytime that you mess one of these calibration constants up, then you can just click on these default buttons down here and it'll go back to like factory settings. With the amps, what you want to do is on that card, on our little printed circuit board, you want to unplug these, and you want to put in a maximum milliamps for that current transformer. So the ones we were using, it's 200 amps equals 33 milliamps. I couldn't go that high. I just went to 100 amps. So it was like 16.5 milliamps. I put that in on these pins, and it read around 100 amps. So that's why I put 100 amps in here. And then I said calibrate. Same with phase B, it did the same thing. And like I say, if you mess them up, you can always go to default values. And that's how you calibrate both systems. This 120 volt or 240 volt, this tells you what the voltage selection is. It changes by what kind of constant you put over here. When you first install the software, all the data is initialized, and if you ever have to do that again for any reason, you just click on this button here and it says, are you sure you want to erase all data? And you say yes, and all your data goes to 0, otherwise you say no. And then also there's a button for a user manual, and this will just display like the user manual that I have on Abetronics website. And what you want to do is you want to put that PDF file in the directory that you installed your system software. And lastly, this kilowatt hour setup. We went over. That's not what you put in for your cost per kilowatt hours. And also, if you want to reset your data, this is the running total up here. It's 23.6 and $1.37. I've reset that before. That's why it's low. But if you just click that, that's what resets that up there. And that's on. It's always displayed. It doesn't matter what screen you're on. It's always displayed. So that's it with the setup.